Hey guys, Brandswagon here, and we have a special video today. We're going to do this live where we got a lot of requests of first-time entrepreneurs or people that have a business idea and they can't come up with a business name. And that's literally what stops them from doing anything. And I want to show you how easy it is to come up with a business name. And we've come up with a three-step process that you could probably do this in 5 minutes. You come up with a business idea, you buy a domain name, you make sure that there's some type of IP protection, there's trademark protection on the business name. So that way you know that you can buy a domain name and you're at ease with not infringing on somebody else's trademarks, right? And you can get domain names for super cheap. Typically it's like $10 to $12 for the entire year. It's a no-brainer. There's some people and businesses out there that actually buy domain names and they flip them. They sell them. There's websites that you can list your existing domain names and you can list them for sale like an auction. There's a ton of those out there, and there's some people that do this for a living. Right. So even if you came up with a domain name that you think is good, or you're thinking about something, in the future, a movie's coming out, or, that there's a crazy person running for president, right? You could put vote president's name. So, and I'm going to show you how to look for domain names and how to make sure that your domain name is brandable. And if it's a good name. So, the first thing about branding is, people come up with crazy brand names like Google, Vimeo, Spotify. What does that mean, right? And a lot of times people come up with names, or businesses come up with names. It doesn't really identify with anything. So when you think about Google, I'm sure when they came up with this, it wasn't, oh, when I think about Google, I'm thinking about, search, Google search, or Spotify. I'm thinking about music, right? So the point of having these kind of like wacky or zany names is because they have protection, trademark protection, right? There's nothing else out there. It doesn't impede, or it doesn't look like any other brand. It's not close to any other brand name, right? So this is why we like going with a branded name instead of something generic. Like if you're going to open up an ice cream shop, don't call your business, the ice cream shop, or delicious ice cream, or chocolate ice cream, right? That's too generic. You want to come up with something creative, right? So as I'm doing this live right now, let's think of something. So let's say we did want to come up with an ice cream shop. So maybe delicious ice cream shop, new and mint, right? Mint chocolate chip is my favorite. So I'm typing in all these keywords here. I'm gonna hit generate, right? And we want to pick either a short name, medium name, or long name. And by the way, this website is Namelix, namelix.com. This can help you come up with a company name. It's really fun. It's free. Okay. And there's a lot of these websites out there. So let's do a long name, medium name too. Generate. It's going to take about a few seconds or so to come up with some names. And you can see that this is how they monetize. There's premium names, right? So Mintious, Delicity. That's a pretty good one, right? They even come up with pretty cool logos and branding already for these names. That's what's cool about this website. Really good idea what they did on their side, help you come up with the name and branding. And I think they want you to buy the domain and the branding as well. But look at this, Mint Crumb, Pinkster. All right, so you can see this is like a mishmash. They're really just, mixing together all these names that have to do with the keywords that we put in. Softgore, that's not really a good one. Swizzy Cake, Delistic, Top Cream. Right, there's some really creative ones here. And what I like about it is as you're looking at the names, they have the branding with it. Flavish is pretty cool, right? So again, I'm doing this live right now, so you can do this on your own. Let's try Flavish. If you click on this, it opens up a new website and takes you to brandmark.io, but we don't have to do that. Look at this one, Coconut Mint. This is very generic. You can see like domain for sale. So they're selling these domains. So you can see right here, Flavish. There's no name for that, it looks like, which is pretty good. Brand date. That's actually a pretty good name too. So this is a good way to like come up with new names and even find domain names that don't exist. Comfruit, Mint Pure has to be taken. Register. Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of these names are taken. Mintpole, Flavish. Right. So let's get some ideas from here and let's check domain names. So we like to use Bluehost.com. This is where we buy domain names and we can set up hosting. Their hosting packages are super cheap. Start at like $4 a month. Can't go wrong. You just need one hosting package. Then you can buy as many domains as you want. So you click domains here. And let's try Flavish. Right. Reason it has two V's. It's brandable. It's unique. That's what we're looking for. And it is unavailable at Flavish.com, but they have other options: Flavish.org, tech, online site, space, store, net. A lot of different options here, right? We can even try Flavish.com. I'm not sure if it exists. I don't really like these like .tech or .org. You really always want to go with the .com. .org is really for like nonprofits or charity organizations. Tech, if you're a tech or startup company, maybe, or .io is getting popular now. .co sometimes. But for the most part, you always want to go with a .com name, right? So if you want to see Flavish.com, this actually exists. I'm going to click on it. Somebody owns it. What do you know? It's a kids clothing site. So let's go back to Blue. Mint cream. Use screen. All right, I'm just coming up with something random for a name. This domain is available. So if I wanted to make this the name of my company, the name of my ice cream place, Mint Cream Use Cream. It's a little bit catchy. It's probably good for like social media. If you did open up an ice cream shop and created an Instagram account, you get a lot of attention with this name. You could buy it for literally $12, which is great. Privacy and protection. If you didn't want people to know that you own the website, because when you purchase a website, you have to register your information, your name, your address, all of that stuff. If you do it under a business or LLC, you can put that information. If you want to protect it with privacy, you always have to pay extra. And that's with any hosting site, even GoDaddy. Right. So now we have the name of our business. And again, you can play around, come up with different names, see what's available. We know we could buy this for $12. The last thing that we do here is we check on the trademarks or protection, right? And another thing you could do is definitely check out like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. There are websites that when you type in your name, it'll check those branded domains, and I could show that in another video. But to make this a short one, I'm going to show you step 3, which is going to the trademark database. All right, it's uspto.gov, or you can type search trademark in Google. And you don't want to fall for like some of these, trademarkengine.com. You want to go to uspto.gov. This is the actual government website. So when you click on it, search our trademark database. And you want to look at basic word mark. Okay, design mark could be a logo, but a word mark is the actual words, right? So in this case, it's mint, cream, you scream. All right, so mint. If we do something generic like mint cream, this is something that's very hard to trademark, just because it's so generic. And remember, the logic with trademarks is it protects a certain category, right? So whatever your business is, if it's ice cream shop. It protects your category from confusing other businesses with a similar name. So that's really the gist behind trademarks, right? So if the name of our business was Carvel's Ice Cream, we know that we can't name it Carvel's Ice Cream because Carvel is a very popular brand. But if we wanted to open up, let's say a car, an automobile brand, and I called my automobile brand Carvel, we could apply for that trademark because I would assume that Carvel ice cream does not hold trademarks on that category, right? They would have to file multiple categories for that. And the way that the trademark office works is you have to show proof in commerce, right? You can't just go and apply for trademarks for anything. You have to show proof that you're actually a business, a legitimate business, and that you're selling products in that category. So we look for mint cream, right? And we came up with some stuff. You can see if it's dead or live. There's 2 that are live. And, actually mint cream it might be actually, you might be able to get a trademark on it. Let's look at this one that's live. Cream de mint. So this is for category living plants. Standard character mark, which means it's the logo, not even really the word. So this is their logo here. It's very, very generic, just fonts. And the registrant is a wholesale nursery in California back in 2010, right? So this is a plant business. If I go back, press back one more time, mint cream, you scream. A very long name, nothing popped up here, right? So we know that if we try to trademark this name, we can protect it. Again, if this is just a business idea, you don't have to go down this route of trying to trademark your name. It takes a long time. Trademarks can take 6 months to a year. It can cost a lot of money. In another video, I'll show you how to do it very cheap. I like to use services like LegalZoom. You can get an entire trademark done for, very, very, very cheap. Let's say $400 to $500. Where if you hired a trademark attorney, they'll charge you about $400 an hour, right? So your trademark could run you thousands and thousands of dollars. Let's try one more. Flavish. Remember we looked at it up before. Let's see if that pops up. Nope. See? Let's look up Carvel. And here we go. So Carvel, live, dead. Right? It's probably the main company, Carvel, that's trademarking all of these different here. Here's their logo. This is the ice cream design search code, ice cream sherbet and frozen yogurt. Registered under Carvel Corporation in 2016, not too long ago. So it looks like they registered a new logo. All right, it's interesting stuff. You can go through it. Let's look at another one. Yeah, it's them again. This is the category for frozen fruit beverages, retail ice cream parlor shops, milkshakes, right? Remember, if we try to trademark Carvel for automobiles, we probably could, because I doubt that they trademarked it for that category. All right, guys. So again, this is a really easy way to come up with a name. It's a 3-step process. Figure out the name, make it very unique and brandable. Go to bluehost.com and search for domain names to see if it's available. Always choose a .com address. And if you want to take that extra step, go to the trademark website, go to uspto.gov, search for any trademarks just to make sure. And if you're somebody like me or a company, we buy up all these domain names and we do this quick search. You could probably do this within 10 minutes. And, we collect and we have tons and tons of domain names that are really good. Sometimes we're able to sell them. Sometimes we're able to put them on an auction, or sometimes we buy them for a business that we don't start until later on down the road. So I hope this was really helpful, guys. If it was, please hit subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or inquiries, you can hit us up at info@brandswagon.com.